I've been in a lot of prisons in my life, and I see the same people in all the prisons I've been in. People just like me. People who were broken as children, who weren't healed, who were then punished for their brokenness. They never got a chance to find the words, to explore how they got there, to look at the track, and then to do something about it, because punishment was constantly imposed on them. Until we find a new way of dealing with people who come out of prison, until we change the model, we can expect that our only solution is to continue to build more prisons. That's what's happening now. That's what I see every day and read every day in the newspapers. Build more prisons, house more inmates, and we talk about it as if it's a success. It is not a success. It's a total and absolute and abject failure. Think about it for a minute. Building more prisons, housing more people in them, how can that be successful? That can never be successful. We're going to continue to build them until we lock everybody up? No, that's not a solution. The solution is to look at the root cause of why people end up in prison, and then to address that root cause and provide an outlet for them to do something with their lives. We put people through prison, we let them out, but we don't let them back in. We call it paying our debt to society, but we don't let them back in. What can we expect? We can only expect more of the same. Think about it for just a minute in a rational way. Let's repatriate people from prison. Let's take them out, and let's get them involved in creative aspects of life. Let's get them involved in music, art, writing, publishing, designing. Let's exercise the creative bone of people that come out of prison. Look, most people that are in prison are people who work for themselves, people who develop their own lives, people who are self-motivated. I know that's hard to believe, but that's the truth. I've lived in a lot of prisons, and I know a lot of people in prison, and they are all self-motivated people. Their motivations have been pure, but their actions have been screwed up because they didn't know what else to do. You see, if we're not going to let them back in, they're not going to be able to change. So XFi has created this platform, this venue, this space where people coming out of prison can develop their own internal landscape and express it in a creative way. In that way, in that creative way, in that exposition, perhaps they will find themselves and be able to rediscover something that they lost as children. The way that we're doing it now prevents that from happening. But XFi wants to take this new approach and change lives. It will change lives. It changed my life. I was a drug smuggler. I was a drug smuggler for 20 years. I was a drug addict. I was a drug addict for 15 of those 20 years. I saw no other way in my life to live. I had no idea that there was another way. But here I am today. I'm a filmmaker. I'm an award-winning author. And how did that happen? That happened because people on the outside believed in me and took me out from that place and offered me this creative opportunity. It changed my life. It can change the lives of hundreds of thousands of people who are locked up today. That's what XFi is about. That's the new solution.